capitalizing on that, and in the end, Immortals took the last stage. It was a very close one overall, though.
Absolutely. So, Temple of Anubis is what it all comes down to here. One interesting fact to note is both those teams had Luminosity had a perfect record coming into that one, and Immortals there takes it away. Nobody now has a perfect record anymore here at the Overwatch Winter Premiere. They can still pull off the perfect match record, but map record is now toast.
Ah, rip. That's a shame. I was hoping somebody could pull it out. Maybe, I guess not.
It's going to matter at some point. We get into differentials. The plus-minus on maps, it's a huge thing in round robins.
That's true. It could become a factor. I mean, we'll have to see as we get in there later, but it could certainly be. Temple of Anubis, though, that's an interesting one. I'm trying to look at least through some of the I don't see any points where these guys, at least in their matches and they played against each other, have anything. They didn't play on either of those, so this is a tough one, man. I think Immortals could pull it out right here. Well, that was my prediction anyway, so I'm going to go if they are going to pull it out.
Stick with it
on this, of course. Yeah, I'm feeling them. I'm bringing it back. I'm telling you, David. You giving me that look again. Give me that look like I'm an idiot. It's all right. Maybe I am.
Do I have that look? I don't even know what that look is. Is that just my resting face?
Yes. No, you actually, there's I don't know. There's a look. I tell you. Give me the dumb look.
Well, you know, Luminosity played Citizen 7 on Anubis yesterday.
He's got the notes. There it is. Oh, yeah, that's right. That happened.
And we talked about just how aggressive Luminosity was on their defense, right? They pushed up so far. They had May on their side. Plus, the opening assault that they had was just something else. Wow, that is some fine character control.
All I hear is like voice lines from divas.
Look at exactly how Grim Realities is pulling out this dance. It's like he can control every joint of Torbjorn. It ended. But man, that is the product of sitting around, having conversations about strategies and waiting for scrims to start. I mean, think about how many scrims they've had, right? Let's say it's just 60. And it takes like a minute to start the game. They've spent an hour waiting for their scrims to begin.
Just sitting in this room.
It adds up, man.
Yeah.
I think in my game we were figuring out most pros spent like days waiting just for their practice to start. Anyways, so here we go. Luminosity not running. Immortals. They're going to be running a dive comp of their own. Agilities and Grim Reality coming in, and Ethan on Zenyatta, and they're already in here in the mix.
And we've seen some pretty successful dive comps on this map in particular before. See if Immortals can make it work. They've gotten a couple so far, but Icefelt is still in here and just causing trouble as he is on D.Va at the moment. And look at this, that's 3 for Icefelt. I mean, the guy is really keeping Luminosity in this fight at the moment. There are bodies on the point for Immortals here. They've already managed to get 1 tick and already a nano boost out from Hedan, giving it to Icefelt, who has just been carrying Luminosity to victory on this point. He's already got a self-destruct. He lays it out there. Didn't get any kills, but it'll zone Immortals for a little bit here as they are still trying to make things happen. Though Ube and Spree both down, now Mineral as well for Luminosity, but they are delaying a lot of time, and we'll see if Immortals can finish it out. It seems as though they will. They got the kills, and they will take this point off the first fight.
And Immortals, Agility's not laying down the Dragon Blade. He generated it pretty early in that fight, and he could have popped it just to make sure you take that first point, but good sense of the momentum, knew exactly that they were going to cap it inevitably, and wanted to hold on to it to snowball into this final point. And Snowball, indeed, they have 5 ultimates online, almost 6. It's going to be borderline impossible for Luminosity to stop this unless they just make some huge plays right off the bat.
They have to be smart about their usage. That's good. Throwing that mech into the back there. Beautiful up into the corner. Hyped getting 2 agilities using Dragon Blade. And there will be a Transcendence from Ethan as well. They used pretty much everything that they had, but Nami, who still has his, he got killed in the middle of that fight. He'll be back maybe quickly. Verbo just about to come up on the sound barrier. He may have to let that one fly if he can. No, Luminosity are getting the kills right back in their favor. They'll be able to hold on, though Immortals were able to get at least 1 tick onto the point, so better than nothing for sure. And they almost took that one home, but Luminosity coming back out of the spawn strong.
Well, I guess, you know, the spawn distance certainly making a lot of difference. I expected probably a full wipe with that many ultimates, so they just roll in, dump them all, and cap, but what do I know?
Yeah, I guess they're here.
Luminosity able to maintain a foothold and keep this game alive. That could come back to haunt Immortals quite a bit because they've burned a lot of ultimates in that fight, and it's going to take some time for them to regenerate. Meanwhile, Luminosity with a self-destruct, a nano boost, a pulse bomb, a blizzard. That's a lot of tools to work with here for a defense. And Mei can just hold for so long.
Yeah, that's the thing. She can literally just stall this point forever. And there's going to be now a blizzard that gets put down, and Nami already died on this fight, so I can't imagine the Immortals really have much of a chance. And Ice felt giving Hype the old metal to the back of the head there to finish him off. So yeah, it's back to the drawing board again for Immortals. They are going to have a Nano Blade potential on the next fight. They'll have a Pulse Bomb and an Earth Shatter, so a lot of ultimates at the disposal of Immortals for the next fight.
Yeah, Luminosity probably want to get that sound barrier real soon here in order to shut down some of that, in particular the Nano Blade, but the Nano Blade's already out.
I don't know if they're going to get it in time. Missing the sleep dart was Hedan, couldn't quite hit it. Already 2 kills for Immortals on this. Grim Reality is cleaning house, taking down Mineral and Super Plock, and there will be a self-destruct landing on top of the point. Spree gets 2 for himself, though, and that is trouble for Immortals because every kill that Luminosity gets right here is so valuable because their respawn is so close, and Immortals have a long walk back to this point. So there will be a sound barrier from Mineral just to make sure that they're able to hold on here, though. Verbo does finish off Super Plock despite that sound barrier being out. A big icicle to the face of Hyped, and they're trading the kills back and forth. We should be seeing Immortals getting some bodies back on the point in just a second, but Luminosity are getting the kills. Still, they'll be able to hold on. Immortals not even able to get that next tick.
Luminosity holding on to an Earth Shatter. Another Blizzard already. And Immortals don't have anything online yet, but they're pretty close to a Graviton, another Dragon Blade, but not a Nano Blade yet. However, Aethan can generate quite a bit of ult pretty quickly with a nice Biotic, so that could be popping out the next fight either way. But if Ube can land that Blizzard in the center of a team that pushes on a point, it's going to be a huge problem. Last time, I don't know exactly the picture that he saw, but it really didn't catch a whole lot of people in it. This time around, no, just going to use it a little bit defensively to hold back on the Graviton.
Oh, man, look at this. No, Nami getting frozen right in the middle of his Nano Boost, and the wall goes up right in front of him. Completely denied on that. He did manage to get 2 kills. Nice icicle from Ube, too, to take down Verbo. He might even be able to pick up Hedan. Yes, or Aethan, excuse me. Did find that one. So Immortals having a lot of trouble being able to crack the code here, and it's so tough when you have a Mei here and a Diva and Tracer to really be able to put time down onto the point with so many heroes that can stall.
The second point on Anubis in particular with Diva and Mei, just you can hold it for so long. You have to get a very clean wipe in order to shut them out, or really press to lock them out pretty well. Sometimes teams will bring a Mei of their own to kind of disrupt that, but that's a questionable thing overall. Sometimes, well, we might see it again. Grim Reality switching to Reaper to try and maybe find a little bit of that extra damage they're looking for.
Oh no, Nami going for the Earth Shatter, getting 0 and then put to sleep. There was a sound barrier that Luminosity went in with as well, so they're really just not finding, or Immortals went with, or Luminosity, excuse me. Yes, they used that one, and well, there's Luminosity still holding on quite strong here. They have 2 support ultimates up Immortals, but that's really about it.
And a minute 30 left for Immortals. They do have 2 ultimates on their side at the moment, but Luminosity has 3, pretty much 4, with how quickly Hedan should be able to get his in the next team fight. So a minute and 20 seconds here for Immortals. Definitely want to try and bring it home here in the next assault, otherwise they're only going to have 1 more behind that. And Hype's under a little bit of pressure here, but Agility's already gone down, Verbo's already gone down. Taking a lot of momentum out of that push. Immortals going to be back to the drawing board as they've got time for, kind of hard to call it too, with how far Anubis is and only 1 minute left.
I mean, they could get 1 and then maybe like a couple of bodies on the point for a second one if they take this first fight quick enough. But
pushing into 3 ultimates with a Blizzard not too far away, with how long Mei can stay alive, she's almost guaranteed to get that Blizzard in the middle of this fight unless you focus and take her out pretty quickly. But either way, she's going to roll back onto the point later and still be that huge problem. So Immortals, they're on the ropes here. They got 30 seconds left. They got to make it count.
They certainly do need to make it count. The wall going up, completely shutting down that whole hog from Agility's Grim Reality, who made the switch to McCree, has taken down Spree. Nami gets Ube, so there's not that big of a stall factor left for them, though. There is the Blizzard on the point. Agilities gets taken down. Grim Reality still rocking and rolling with McCree. Super Block really hurt as he gets the flashbang. He has some teammates to help for the cleanup, and they will be able to get 2 ticks here now. Ube's back onto the point
there.
There
it is, man.
He's going to be stalling away. Spree is there. Got to finish off Spree. Headshot, kind of unintended. Look at this. Grim Reality, that's 2 for him. We'll see what else he can do here. Pull out a little bit of magic. I think Immortals just may be able to pull this one out. He does use Deadeye in the back. Agilities comes in on Tracer as well. Luminosity using Sound Barrier, but already players are dead, so Grim Reality having to drop down as the self-destruct goes onto the point, and they're still battling it out here. As Agility's just about to be up on the pulse bomb. Immortals still finding kills. They need a little bit more. Ube's back onto the point on May, pressing that shift. He's going to continue to stall, dropping the pulse bomb. Ube is so hurt, finally finished off. Nami is finding the kills, and oh goodness, in overtime, Immortals are finally able to finish off. But
with overtime lasting that long, whoever steps off point is going to lose instantaneously because the cap's going to wind down incredibly quickly here. Man, Grim Reality stepping up on McCree.
Seriously.
Along with Agilities on Tracer there at the end to really bring it home.
Maybe should have made that switch a little bit earlier, because man, he was doing some pretty big stuff there.
It seems like every time when it really comes down to the wire that either him or Agilities changes, they just put on a show immediately afterwards.
Yeah, it's literally every time. I don't know. Immortals play good under pressure, I guess. Like under some real pressure, overtime pressure.
Well, we saw that last night, right?
Yeah, that's true. I guess these guys really like it.
Here we go from Luminosity, that huge dive comp that we saw from yesterday, probably coming back out again.
It's looking like it so far, at least. I mean, we saw that yesterday. Took the point, no problem whatsoever. The triple DPS that just breezed through the opponent. I mean, it was pretty something pretty amazing to see, because I mean, with this tank heavy meta, you really don't see strategies like that used.
Yeah, and last time they ran a Tracer on Icefelt, I believe, which now he's locking in a Widow. I mean, that can still change, but that also makes sense. The perch there for Widow when everybody else is diving in is just going to be fairly effective. As long as he can make it effective, but he's got the right angles. Immortals, looks like they might be breaking out Symmetra here to try and get a stronger hold in the first point, perhaps, or also likely just getting a lot of ultimate charge so they can get that shield generator out on the second point and really mount a heroic hold there.
If Icefelt does stay on Widow, I mean, that's something we saw at, I know he does switch, because we saw, I believe it was Misfits at DreamHack do something very similar on the attack portion of this map with a dive comp, and then Widow just sits in the back and shoots people who are distracted. And though they decided to go with the Tracer, it's what worked for them yesterday. See, the very heavy dive comp, triple DPS coming out from Luminosity. It worked very well for them. Immortals do have, well, there go, ooh, Spree nearly going down to Ana there, but Immortals do have Verbo on the Symmetra. They've already managed to kill Hype in this fight, though. Mineral went down, so it's just Hedan on the solo heals. Oh no, it was so hurt right there. Ethan at the top.
Ethan got saved.
Seriously, like serious save. That could have been very bad if Ethan went down there, but Immortals were, it seems as though they're going to maybe be able to hold on. I don't know. If Luminosity regroups quickly and going for a push, they could take this pretty solidly, because Immortals have lost a few guys. Some of them are going to take quite a while to get back to the point, and Verbo doesn't have a teleporter up yet, so Luminosity is going to want to work pretty quick here to get back in. But
yeah, Verbo getting very close to whichever one he's going to break out, probably a shield generator if everybody's already back, but another assault coming out of Luminosity as they're starting to push onto the point. Hype getting very low, but he will get bubbled and brought back up. Spree still looking for the angle that he wants. He's going to find Nami.
Oh, that's a great way to start it off. Got a lot of damage in, and Ube finished him off, and there will be a nano boost used onto Hype, but 2 kills already going away of Luminosity. Mineral goes down early in this fight yet again, and they managed to trade out a couple. Super Block goes down as he is on that Diva. The shield generator
shield in the face
is up, and no goodness, what a shield from Verbo, just sent it flying right into him. And
kills himself on a shield barrier.
That was beautiful.
I had a feeling that was going to happen at some point. As soon as the new Symmetra came out, I was playing. I tried. There's a Pharah coming at me. It did the same thing, and he died. And I was like, man, that's going to happen in some pro matches. It's going to be something else.
Beautiful.
Teleporter on the side of Immortals, so should be able to get back relatively soon.
Very aggressive teleporter.
They do have an Earth Shatter looming here, and a Graviton not too far away. Meanwhile, Luminosity with a Barrage and a Dragon Blade.
Oh, here we go. Earth Shatter from Nami. I don't know if I really found much of anything. He goes down, and now it's Luminosity finding these kills, and that teleporter is in such an aggressive position, and it might be pretty tough for anyone to actually get in and be able to take care of it, though. So far, Verbo's been able to defend the homestead here. I don't know if they will be able to take it down. Look at the respawns coming back through from Immortals. That aggressive teleporter is working quite good for them, and Super Plock is sitting back there, though the barrage from Spree only takes down Nami, but that teleporter just came in clutch for Immortals and is going to allow them to hang on. Only a minute left for Luminosity right now.
Is Spree going to switch off Pharah?
I don't know, man.
Otherwise, that barrage is a little bit questionable here. Luminosity, Mineral's pretty close. Two support ultimates here, Transcendence and a Sound Barrier. Ube working on his Dragon Blade. Immortals, they're going to be holding on to a Bang combo along with a Nano. So Immortals with only 45 seconds left to hold, there's a really good chance they can pull this off.
Very good chance indeed, as they trade 1 for 1 here, but I think that teleporter is still going to be there, so they'll be able. Actually, no, it is not, because Verbo's charging it up. Here is going to be a self-destruct. Ube goes down, and Hyped and Grim Reality are both getting a couple here. Heat desperately trying to stay alive. He gets finished off. I think Immortals may be able to pull off this full hold right here, and another teleporter goes up. I can't imagine Luminosity are going to make something work here. They have 10 seconds left. Somebody needs to get up there quickly to get onto this point. And he might be able to get a charge in quick from Super Plock, but this is going to be
all on Icefeld to keep it alive.
Oh man,
it's never mind.
Sound Barrier comes out. Ube starts it off. They get 8th, and that's a big kill. Nami getting a huge Earth Shatter, though. Grim Reality cleans up onto Super Plock. They are trading the kills here, but I think there's still that teleporter in the back for Immortals, and if they don't find it, that could be very, very bad news. Now, Luminosity dropping like flies right here. Immortals could be pulling the comeback and ending this game right here. Nobody home from Luminosity, and Immortals pull it out 2-1. And take the series, and some good Symmetra play, some good teleporter there.
I love watching Symmetra lately, man. There's so many little details. You know, you learn a lot of the little tricks that pros break out for different heroes because you've seen them for so long. So like, you know, say for example, like a rocket jump from a soldier can get him into a certain point on Gibraltar certain times. But because the entire kit for Symmetra has been retooled, there's always those little moments, unless you played her a lot, that are probably surprising for a number of viewers or sometimes us. But that shield barrier right in the face of Pharah was. It's probably my highlight of the match.
Beautiful.
That was an amazing play, and Immortals is able to pull off the win here against Luminosity. We'll take another look at some of their winning moments here, starting off with a Graviton Surge into a Diva Bomb.
And, well, this was really an incredible defense from Immortals, and Verbo did a really good job of holding strong with the teleporter, too, when he placed it down really aggressively in the room. I think it was one of those moments when Immortals was really close to potentially losing the fight, and he just kind of tossed it down right in there, just like try and get it up and hopefully somebody can defend kind of thing, and they managed to actually hang on, and then he had a really good defense.